Every Sunday, side by side at the microphone, from the green light to the speed trap, Chris Switzer and Ray Carino calls them as they sees them, and you better believe them. Here! Relevant news, biased opinions, and outright bullshit regarding every aspect of automotive culture. Gasp at mechanical trickery never before revealed over FCC-regulated airwaves. Thrill to the explosive tension as Chris and Ray cuss each other down the track and barrel roll across the finish line, laughing at certain disaster as they shake hands for the devil. All that and much more this Sunday at high noon on the Motormouth Radio Hour. Call in and speak live with the Wizards of Speed and live feed, Chris Switzer and Ray Carino. Bring the whole family. Kids under 12 get in free. Every Sunday at noon on WHPC. Take the Long Island Expressway to the Meadowbrook Parkway and look for the sign saying no parking on the expressway and no express service on the parkway. Go right on Highway 24 to Garden City. $2 all-day parking includes pit pass. Sunday!
Mechanic, what is happening here? My body's losing water like a hydrant. Sparky once told me I've been getting this way. Play it cool, keep my hands off the siren. Well, look out, man, if this is what I've been missing.
Yeah, man, look out. You don't know what you've been missing. I'll tell you something. You tuned in to Motormouth Radio, Long Island's only automotive talk show, here with your hosts, Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. Who's singing, Chris? Who's singing?
Pepe Marcello.
Here you go, Pepe Marcello. Congrats. It's the Mechanic Hour. It should be our new anthem. I'm foreshadowing the future because in a few weeks on Mother's Day, you will hear Pepe Marcello, God rest his soul, on a replay show we're going to do. But for now, we're doing something also special. We're doing our annual fundraiser here at WHPC.
That's right. Reach in your pockets. Reach in deep. I gotta pull out some cash so we can keep crummy shows like this on the air.
I got lint. I don't know.
You got my funds low there.
I got my funds low, right? Well, people say, why donate? Why would I donate? What would I do that for? Huh?
What are you gonna get? What am I gonna get? What are you gonna give me? What are you gonna give me for my money?
All right. Reset. Yes, that could be a fun show. The money you donate is used to help WHPC, enunciate, stay on the air and continue to grow. We do have past donations have purchased computers that we're using here in the studio, which you can see on YouTube when we put the show up later on Motormouth Video and or Motormouth Radio. Computer technology, new boards. We have a new disqualificator board to do things. There's a new TV in here that we
disqualificate. That's nice.
Right. We update.
Could use a good disqualificate every once in a while.
Don't you know it?
I know. Sometimes you have to drink that liquid before, and and then it's a land of 1,000 waterfalls.
So the number to call to donate would be 516-572-7438.
That's the donation number.
Yes, if you want to talk to us, you can call the studio line 516-572-7440. And all your donations stay right here at WHPC. It doesn't go towards any other areas of the college, and it's tax deductible.
That's right.
With that, we're going to talk about cars as usual.
Or gardening, because we have just as many listeners that are interested in that as they are interested in us telling them how to fix their vehicles.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we have, and you know what, on the phones, we have Mike. Well, I think Roe is on the phone now this hour, right? Mike Z will be on next hour. So if you want to talk to them, call 516-572-7438 to donate.
Yes. Sounds good.
Now, I like that. I was just talking recently about how I have switched cars and we're accessing the miles, and I bought this Toyota Camry, which is grandma's car.
Right, exactly. You are now driving a car that's pretty much representing your age. Oh, this all news coming in. So Ray did pick himself up a 30-year-old Toyota Camry.
31.
31, and he's incredibly happy about it. It's the quintessential champagne-colored Toyota Camry, which will disappear in any given parking lot. And I know cars of that color I've actually bumped into walking down my driveway.
I know.
Oh,
I will too, because you're on the road. No one sees you.
No one sees you. Yes, use your horn, because no one is going to see you with that car. It's going to blend into everything.
Just the way I like it. What I did is, right before I had sold the Mazda, I was
now, which Mazda, the blue one or the silver one?
Well, the blue one's been gone for a while.
That's what I mean. So have you sold your Mazda?
Well, it's in the works. First, let's go to the phone. Let's go to the phones and say, hi, caller. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hello, Ray, and happy birthday, Chris. A little bird gave up your secret.
Somebody listens to Rob. What's up?
Thank you, John.
The next call is going to be to 572-7438, right?
Yeah, I could give you my home number. You can donate there too if you want. Yes,
right for you. You know I'd do it in a heartbeat.
I know you would. You've already offered.
Like, John, you're the best.
I tell you what. I tell you what, John. You might as well take advantage, because you, with a $50 donation, you can win. Let's see, what is this here? A $50 gift certificate to the Irish Poet. I've been there and ate there. It's phenomenal. Great for food, drink, and catering. $100 donation, you can get. Well, here's another one. $100 donation gets you a gift certificate to Uncle Bacla's. I should call up and donate and get that, because another one of my favorite places. Or you could get
with a Motor Mouth T-shirt.
I'd have to give you one of mine, because
I was going to say I may have to go through my drawer too.
So when people call,
I don't want you going through your drawers, guys.
Now, if people talk to the call screener who's on the line, talk to Ro and ask her about that, and she'll tell you what's available as far as those things. You get an extra little kick, like a little boost, especially if you're going to Uncle Bacala's, which that's where I would go.
And you also get accolades from your peers
around the holidays, but I end up doing it twice a year when you guys run the the spring bring out your dead fundraiser.
Yeah. Well, Vince wants to know, do we send the gin now or later? And I said, boy, I could use some right now.
Sounds like that make the show a lot better.
Yeah. So what's up? Anything up in car world, John?
Not a heck of a lot. I got my TPMS sensor straightened out.
Okay.
There you go.
Nice.
Oh, that was a learning experience like I don't want to go through again.
Yes.
That bad, huh, John? I mean, like, what was so traumatic about it?
I had the wheels redone and put new sneaks on it.
And this is on the Corvette.
Right, on your Corvette.
And I took it to a shop that, programmed the TPMS sensors and never told me you might want to bring it back. And if they did, I forgot. So I've been driving a car, probably coming up October, it'll be 2 years. And I had an indicator on the dash said, right front tire is low.
Right.
And after a painstaking method to go through to figure out which one was reporting where, because it wasn't the right front. The left front was the only one that was reporting accurately. The left rear showed as the right front.
Yeah.
And I had nothing on the right rear or right front.
John, what's the year of the Corvette again? I forgot. What is it? 06. Yeah, so if you think about it, there's just a regular battery. It's a regular watch battery that's in every one of those sensors. So it's just going to be a matter of time, even though it just barely uses.
No, I had them all replaced when I put the new speakers on it.
Oh, okay. Oh, got it. All right. So when was that? How long ago was that you put the new tires on it?
Probably 2 years.
Oh, all right. Yeah. So this is a little premature as far as battery wear.
What happened was the programming the car didn't like it. And I've been driving it for the better part of a year and a half.
Wow.
I don't know,
Yeah, I totally get it. See, I have that '09 Camry that is going through a very similar situation, but I do know that the sensors are original. So I think literally this happened after our 9, 7, 8, 9 degree weather pattern that we had during the winter. I pulled the car out of the garage when we broke from that cold snap, and next thing you know, I have my flashing light on the dash. The exclamation point of death is flashing on my dash. And
Absolutely.
I went and checked it with the sensor. I went and bought one of those Alltel warning sensors, the tire pressure sensor, where you just hold it up to the stem of the tire and it reads the wireless signal. And I found that 3 of the 4 were also bad, like you, and the other one had 6% battery life left in it. The one that was working.
Good tool.
So,
good tool.
Yeah, it is a great tool. I highly recommend it.
You bring up an excellent point, because I went through a painstaking procedure and let the air below the threshold on all of the tires one by one to see which one was reporting where. And it's a pain in the butt. You got to drive it before.
Right.
So let the air out of one tire, get it down to, like 23 psi, and then you got to drive it for 60 seconds before it even reports.
Yeah. Wow, that must have been a chore. A lot of bending.
Yeah. It's good to be retired and have time on your hands. But,
yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. Now you got time to do something. I want to thank our good buddy Billy Velvet made a donation. Thank you very much, Billy. You're a great supporter. We love your that you think of us that highly. We're always enamored by that. So
yes, thank you, Billy.
Do the same and take care of your yearly contribution. Thank you very much for that, by the way. We do appreciate it.
The Christmas one.
All right. And for other people to know, that's 572-7438 will get you there. So, all right, John, let us get on with some of this nonsense.
And you got you guys for 2 hours today?
Yes, sir. We're on today, yes.
It makes up for last weekend.
Yeah, well, and next week we won't be on because Rob's doing his fundraiser. So actually, we're going to post the second hour of the fundraiser on YouTube and Spreaker next week, so we have continuity. But this week will be here as usual on YouTube and on Spreaker. All right.
Anyhow, happy birthday, Chris. Many more.
Thanks.
Thank you, John. Always appreciate it. And I hope for warm weather for you so you could wear something flimsy.
Yes.
I gotcha.
All right. All right. So you can be like John. Call us at 516-572-7440. How about a text line? Do we have that?
Yes, we do. You can call us at 203 or text us at 203-670-4127. The number's still available and still with us.
And we do want to thank our listeners for listening and tuning in every week to Motormouth Radio. It's been, what are we now, at 24, 20, we're now 20. What does my book say? I have it on the front of my book. Oh, yeah. No,
23, right? What, 23 years?
It's 24.
No, 24?
02, right? It was 02.
02, 24.
24, correct. Okay.
Yes.
So
24 years of this.
I know.
Of this.
21 years I was driving that Mazda. And right before I got rid of it, I was working on the washer nozzles. Again, I had still not a great squirt from the driver's side.
That sounds like a personal problem. I like that.
I took it apart and I had these little cleaning rods that you could put through those little orifices. You got it for doing carburetor work.
I would call it a straight pin. I mean,
these actually have a little bit of like knurling on them. It almost looks like almost like a thread, like a screw thread, but in a much wider fashion. So it's kind of like it'll act like a little file almost to break up some dislodge.
It's ribbed.
Well, I guess you could say that. Yeah.
Ooh.
For your carburetor's pleasure. Sure. But so I'm going to put some pictures up of that. But actually, there's already people interested in the car. I talked to our good buddy Dougie over at the UD, and he told me the other night, hey, he's got a guy who may be interested. Mike sent me a text yesterday, gave me a phone number from some guy, I guess, who called the shop about the car.
Right.
So there's interest already. So
nice.
If we can move it,
it'll move.
We'll see.
First of all, if you think about it, you're moving it locally, so your name is attached to it. So people are going to know whose car it was.
Oh, they're only going to know that if they listen to this show.
Really?
How else would they know? I didn't put
no one is
radio mobile on there.
Well, they're going to know. They're going to see the car out in front of the shop. They're going to say, hey, whose car was it? It was Ray's car.
Ray
What
who?
are they going to say?
Very few people that know my.
Oh, there's no one that says Ray who. Come on.
There's very few.
Mr. Modest here. No one says that.
But I want to tell you something else that really made me smile.
Wow.
And I mentioned it last week, but I verified it this week. The Camry does have, of course, an AM/FM in-dash radio, but it has a cassette and CD player in it.
You are so jazzed by this.
Oh, so it was a cassette radio, and they added the CD player from the factory underneath it. I guess they had a film.
Yeah, that's how they did it then.
Well,
yes.
They both work.
Oh, nice.
And I was listening to the Good Rats on on a cassette yesterday. I also found a cassette with Rich Rusnesky from doing the Forum in the garage. I mean, I got some crazy stuff on cassette. So I'm going to put a picture of that up just because it's so cool. And, and that's nice. So one of the things I had to do the other day, a friend called me and said, hey, you interested in any old car magazines? I said, old car magazines? Are you kidding?
Of course you are, right? Because you have to spend your time cleaning your house out.
Yeah.
So why not take in more car magazines? What a great idea.
Well, the way I explained it to my wife is this. I said,
I hope it was a good explanation.
You do know, and she does know, I do read them because I'll razor out articles. I send articles to Brian, a lot of the Ford stuff, and then I read them, and they go into the recycling bin after that, what's left. So I said, sure, I'll come take them. I used the Toyota, filled the trunk with magazines, but I found a publication in there that I never knew existed.
101 shop secrets of master mechanics. Inside tips for the pros who do it for a living. Wow.
And it was from Motor Magazine.
Motor.
So I said, all right, I'll give it a look. Look who the editor was. Can you read the
Oh, gosh. Now, wait a minute. Now I have to get my reading glasses out. Is that Joe Oldham?
Joe Oldham was the editor of this publication.
Now, the only claim to fame, other than the fact that he was a supporter of this program, was the fact that you, Ray, who cannot imitate anybody, was able to do a picture-perfect imitation of Joe Oldham.
I know.
Can you do it without the off-color comments or the off-color verbiage? Could you do a Joe Oldham imitation right now for us?
Boy, it's been years. It was, and I'm not really up. I haven't
putting you on the spot here.
Yeah, I haven't heard his voice while I was like, yeah, Ray, man, you got to get into the nuts and the bolts, man. You got to get into the weeds, and you got to get in there and you got to take it out to the track. You got to thrash it. It was something like that. I'm probably way off. It's ridiculous.
That was good.
I mean, interesting things like radiator sealing, and he talks about going to get a pound of oatmeal and put it in the radiator.
Oh, come on, really?
This book was written in 1974.
Oh,
so
all right.
Put in context.
Well, you remember we had a good supporter of the show. His name is Jim Gillick. Jim Gillick was I worked with him at AMC, and Jim used to work for Checker Cab.
Okay.
And he knew every single, what would you say, old wives' tale, dirty trick, whatever it was. He knew all of them. Every one, and right down to the one that reminds me of Jimmy was the oatmeal in the radiator. He talked about putting a raw egg.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before too. Pepper was another one.
Pepper was another one. But yeah, he talked about that, and there was a slew of those old wives' tales, and he knew them all because he worked for Checker. That's how he used to talk. And you'd walk into the shop, he would be sitting there, and you go, "Hey, thanks for showing up. Thanks for bringing your big pants."
I just went right for the Boz leak. But they have in here how to make a carburetor stand for people who are going to work on their carburetor out of old valves, engine valves. Unique.
What a good idea.
What to do if you lose a lug nut? And they were saying, well, you take one lug nut, you take one lug nut off each or other wheel. I mean, things that we've done. So there's 101.
That's called common sense.
I haven't gone through them all, but this was kind of interesting. I'm thinking I'm going to use that as the lead-off picture on YouTube today.
It'll probably be the Bible for the show from now on.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to get a lot of information out of that. We'll be using that for weeks to come.
I'm sure we will. That's hysterical.
So now, as I start on this journey with this new old vehicle, which really is drivable the way it is, I found, what we do as car guys, you kind of go through the car, and is always, just like a cop can always find something to write a ticket about.
Sure.
Always. Car guys will always find things that need to be changed or modified on a vehicle.
Oh, well, I learned that from my dad. You pop the hood on any given vehicle, put your hands in your pockets and just stare at it, and you can find a litany of things that need improvement or need attention. So, yeah,
Exactly.
I'm a big fan of this.
So
sure.
my list has been growing. I've been ordering stuff. And, just like I said, okay, you know what? When I checked the oil, I'm like, wow, why don't I see oil on it? The car was 2 quarts low on oil, which is amazing. And there was actually some coking up in under the cap. So I said, okay, well, I know the fellow who was driving it was sick. He's gone through some operations. He probably wasn't up on the maintenance for the last period of time he was driving it.
Could be.
And I saw there was an oil change sticker on the windshield, and the mileage that they said to change it was like 2,000 miles less than what the car had on it. So if that was set on 3,000, and now that means it was 5,000 since it's been done.
Right.
So I said, okay, first, and I would have done that anyway. Oil and a filter. Let me get that.
Why not?
I look at the tranny fluid. I said, okay, it's not burned, but it's darker. Well, I was on a Toyota website that I've used for other parts for the FJ and for my daughter's RAV4. Right. Let me tell you something. They wanted like $60-something for a transmission filter. I'm like, what? I ended up getting it from carparts.com for like 16.
Yeah.
I need the struts for the hood because I had the hood open. I was in the back getting stuff. I heard boom. Like, what was that noise? The hood was closed.
Well, it's good thing your head wasn't under it.
It explains why the only thing in that spacious trunk that's covered with all that blackish gray,
mouse fur,
right, was this like a 4-foot section of like wooden rod, like what you would use to hang clothes on in a closet. Right. I'm like, what was the old lady doing like taekwondo with the stick?
Oh, no, that was the prop rod for the
hood open. Right. So I go on that Toyota site again. They wanted $68 and change for each of the prop pistons. I was like,
oh, the heck with that.
Carparts.com. I got an off-brand set for $26 for the pair.
There you go.
Put them in. And I said, okay, so I got the oil, got the tranny. I looked, it had a radiator put in it, but the fluid looked a little discolored. You know what? We're going to get some antifreeze. I ordered a thermostat.
Flush it out.
Yeah. So we're going to do that.
Great idea. No, you have a great basis to start from, like you said. And
we have another basis here.
Oh, okay.
Let's go back to the phones and say yes.
No, I was listening to your prop rod story.
Hiya, John.
I went through that with the Corvette.
Okay. Well, that's the whole nose.
What? The Corvette will cut you in half if it dropped.
I was under it when the gust of wind hit it.
Ah.
It down on me.
Yeah.
Ouch. Holy smokes.
That's a problem.
I was amazed, especially for a 20-year-old Corvette. I was able to buy all 4, the 2 for the hood and the 2 for the trunk, for under $100 OEM.
Nice.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's because they go through them so quick. I did the same thing with my 84, John. I had to get the 2 struts for the front hood, for the hood. They were like small. They look like little shock absorbers. I had to get those, and I had to get the long ones for the hatch in the back. And I can't remember how much I paid, but it was pretty reasonable. I always think because they just go through them. For some reason, Corvette ones don't last very long.
No, God knows how many times the hood or the trunk even got open and closed. The car had 12,000 miles on it.
Right. I think that's the reason why, is because no one uses them. No one pops the hatch on the back. No one pops they'll leave the hood open, I would assume.
Yeah.
Well, for the listening audience, and I'm sure Ray knows this because he works in a shop, the little prop rod stop it's got a brass tip on it that you can screw on.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I bought one for $16 and went, yeah.
And they also make an extendable prop rod that you can use. For guys in shops use those all the time because cars have bad stuff. It's kind of like the brake pedal rod where you can apply the brake pedal when you want to check lights and whatever. And Vince said, of course, the other way of doing it was a piece of shop rag or paper towel and a vice grip. You can do that too.
Yeah.
Stop it from coming down. The thing is already shot. So
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for thanks for those tips, John. We'll and keep your head.
I was laughing after the hood slammed down on me. I was
yeah. Keep your
We've
head.
all had it.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks, John.
You need a hard hat to get under the hood.
For sure.
Sure
All right.
All right,
John. Thanks.
Be safe, John.
All right. We are getting close to the bottom of the hour.
Good grief, really?
And
I just got here.
I know time flies when you're having fun.
Wow.
Let me tell you, Chris, I have to tell you, but I'll tell the listeners, 90.3 WHPC currently has over 60 different types of programming. And then there's us. Some are not readily available on any other radio station like us.
Like us.
Kind of a unicorn. Anywhere on Long Island, and mostly parts of New York, too.
Right.
The music and talk programming can only be heard on a college station like this on WHPC. That's where you get this groovy stuff.
Mm-hmm. Groovy.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Nito Keen, all that good kind of stuff. Yes, we have our finger on the pulse, or somewhere near it.
So the other thing I was doing was I said, you know what? Let me just take a look while I'm looking at the engine. I said, let me just take a look at the spark plugs. Let me see what they look like.
Okay.
So this car, it's like a Hemi head. It's a 16-valve 4-cylinder.
Right.
And it has the spark plugs through the center of the valve cover, and they have these big square boots on them that seal. So you got to wiggle that boot up, and then it's got a long tube because the plug is way down in the head, and you got to pop that up. And
that's not the coil?
No,
is that the coil?
This car has a distributor.
Oh, it does. Okay.
All right. The first one I took out, I'm not sure how the firing order works, but the far right on the passenger side plug was the first one I pulled out, and the tube kind of separated from the rubber. I'm like, and the wires looked fairly new, but I said, I bet this wasn't a real good set of wires. So anyway, I put my socket and extension down, and I go to break the plug loose, and it's loose. I'm like, wow, that's not good. So
that's not good.
The good thing I found was they did use NGK plugs of the correct type in the engine. When you go online, all the plugs they show you first, even though you go by application, they show you iridium, which the car doesn't. They didn't use iridium for another 10, 15 years.
That kind of bothered me a little bit because I actually went through this with an old engine and iridium plugs, and the plugs fouled out within a month. You don't have enough
spark energy for iridium,
right? Yeah.
So I was happy to see that the correct NGK standard size plugs were in there, and they were gapped at like 040. It should have been 043. So I said, okay, the guy probably took them out of the box and plunked them in. Well, that's the first. So I did the other three. All of them were that same level of looseness. I mean, they're not like falling out loose, but not like you had to give it a crack. It was just kind of like just push it. And so he didn't torque them in for sure. I will be. And they were all gapped at 040, and they looked okay. They were tan, no oil fouling and nothing. So I put them all back in, and then I putting the wires on. And that wire didn't want to go on right. It fought me to go on. And I was playing with it, and I wasn't happy with it. But I had to take the car out, and I had a low speed, and I had a miss. I'm like, that's that wire.
That wire.
So I go in the house. What do? Go back. I order a set of wires. I said, wires.
Of course you did.
But then I got that wire to seat correctly. I finagled it enough, and we're okay. So again, it's just a lot of dopey small parts. How are you, son? Thank you very much. We got another donation. Yes, from John. John did donate on the line. Thank you very much, John. We appreciate it. WHPC appreciates it. And,
thank you, John.
We should do what Rob does. We should take a donation. Actually, Bob from Rockville Center, he's grandfathered in with this to come in and be a guest on the show. Make a donation, of like $100. You come in, you could guest on the show for a week, and we should do that. We should throw that out. So you know what?
Or you could buy Rob Leonard breakfast, one or the other.
You're better off spending $100 to come in with us. So when you call to donate, say, hey, I want to donate $100 to the station, but I want to be a guest on the show, and we'll talk to you about that. But for now, we're at the bottom of the hour, so let's take care of it. Yes, we are.
Holy smokes!
Let's wait a minute. I got so much stuff here today. I have copious amounts. So first, I will look at our weather, which is a little dismal today. I look out the WHPC weather window, and
what do you see?
Well, I see that our forecast is powered by Pantano's Gourmet with locations in Hewlett and Uniondale. They say a slight rain. It's very overcast and gray. It was drizzling a little as I came in. I was checking the windshield wipers. I said, "Yeah, I'm going to get new wipers for this car. I don't have. They're not bad, but I'm going to do it."
Good, just do it.
Light rain in the morning. It'll continue through the day. I heard it was going to get heavy at some point in the afternoon. Only about 52 degrees tonight. Clear and partly cloudy. The 80 degrees is gone. It's going to be 39 tonight. Tomorrow, rain and showers early, and some sun later in the day. High of 50, and currently it's like maybe about 50 degrees now. So there's that. We hope it'll get nicer. I want to get back to the 80s. I'm already getting a tan. I was just doing stuff outside.
Let me tell you, I was out the last couple of days just doing stuff because I knew it was going to get colder starting today and working our way through the middle of the week. So I'm like, you know what? Get all the good stuff done now. Right. So we did. So yeah, and not everything is done, but everything what we could do the last 3 days to take advantage of it is certainly done.
If you haven't done this, I highly recommend you do because I have done it. On this station, Sundays at 8 a.m., you need to tune in to Jewish Talk. Now, I'll tell you, I'm not Jewish, but I've always appreciated the teachings, and I've actually spoke with Rabbi Pearl and other rabbis, and I really have found some great wisdom through some of these rabbis. These guys really have the main line.
And you don't have to be Jewish to love levies.
Well, that's right. Exactly. Believe me, Manischewitz, one of my favorites. Give me some Concord grape, I'm there. But Rabbi Pearl thinks in Jewish but speaks in English, and that's why he's so relatable. He features talk about issues affecting the Jewish community, which really affects everybody because we're all on the same rock here.
Yep.
Tune into Rabbi Pearl. So with that, do we have an honor group of the hour for this?
Yes, we do. This week on the Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour salutes those who have walked out to their car and was greeted with a dead battery. Yeah. Your day starts in the morning full of purpose, coffee in hand, only to be greeted by the cold, silent betrayal of a stone-dead battery. You turn the key. Click. Maybe another try. Click, click. Now you're negotiating with the dashboard like it owes you money. Lights dim, hopes fade, and suddenly you're popping the hood before the caffeine in your coffee even kicks in. We salute your patience, your jumble cable expertise, and your ability to go from let's start the day to who can give me a jump in under 30 seconds. So if you had the joy of starting your day with a dead battery, then you are part of the Motormouth Radio Honor Group of the Hour, and stay strong. You know the alternator will always make it right.
Oh, yeah. That old sparkly whirler. So, yes, with that, we'll take a break. We'll take care of a little business, and we'll be back to do more fundraising and talk to you on Motormouth Radio at 516-572-7440. Let's go north of here. Let's take it on the road.
North of here. Okay, Ralph Cramden, let's go north of here.
If we're going with Peppy, where would we go? Where would we take it to? We're taking it to... the music guys know. They know. I know Mark is out there. He's listening. Because yeah, I know where you guys are going. That's pretty cool.
Taking it to the streets.
That's the Doobie Brothers.
Take it to the limit.
No, I don't even know who that is. No, that's the Eagles.
Eagles.
Right. The other one's no.
The other one is Doobie Brothers.
That's right. But stay tuned and you'll hear where we're taking it to right here on 90.3 WHBC.
There's a thing that every band should be knowing. It's a basic law of rocking and rolling. Yeah, what I'm telling you. In a land that had been known for its mobiles, now it's Kiss and Seagull who are its big wheels. I wanna be one too. We're taking it to Detroit, coming in from New York.
We have the Motormouths with Chris and Ray. What does Rob call it?
Well, I know what you call it.
What do I call it? I don't even remember what I call it. Oh, the second best show. Right. It is. That's right. I forgot. It's the second best show on this radio station. Stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss it. It's always fun. Even if you don't really like cars or you're not, who doesn't like cars? I mean, even if you're not into cars, it's a fun show to listen to. Trust me, because I really know nothing about cars, but it's definitely fun. Chris and Ray are very entertaining.
You're listening to the Motor Mouths.
Hey, Ray and Chris.
Did you guys read my mind?
Okay, I appreciate you having me on.
Wow, you guys finally figured it out.
Motor Mouth.
This is great. No more foolishness.
I miss my paisans.
You're a funny guy.
I've been waiting for Sunday just to ask you guys this question.
Our trained staff of 2 will help.
Well, good afternoon, guys. I need a little advice.
All right, so you got me to call in. All right.
I don't know everything. You know, you guys are mechanics. You guys have a great show. Thank you very much. I come with a tale of woe and a warning for the younger guys.
Chris is doing jumping jacks. He's getting ready. Ray is right behind me.
Every time I get off the air, I think,
Motor Mouth.
Oh, boy, they're never going to ask me back after that one.
Yeah, this is a collect call. How are you?
Quite frankly, there are better things to do with your time.
Oh, I probably called the wrong number. I was trying to get a hold of Ray.
And I wake up screaming.
So I'm very happy to listen to your good advice.
Yeah, I want to know what the is wrong with my car.
You know, break it down for us call guys. All right, see you next weekend.
Motor Mouth.
I know you guys usually speak Guido,
right,
and now you're talking Pintel and Yiddish, and this morning I happened to listen to the rabbi on your station. So it's all, I guess today's Yiddish then.
Right.
There are answers, sometimes correct ones, and we may have them.
Motor Mouth Radio, 90.3 FM, WHPC.
Motor Mouth.
This show on 90.3 WHPC is brought to you by CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision, with 2 locations in Limerick and Oceanside, who remind you that New York state law says you always have the right to choose which shop will fix your car. CarStar Celebrity Chase Collision offers a full range of services, 24-hour towing between Montauk and Manhattan, shuttle service, and they can help you with a rental car arrangement if needed. All repairs include the CarStar Lifetime Nationwide Warranty, ensuring that the experts at Celebrity Chase Collision are always on your side.
Y sí, hablamos español.
More information is available at 516-593-0920 or online at celebritychasecollision.com.
Hey, you, get over here. Every Sunday, 12 to 1, you are going to tune in to hear the Motor Mouths, my friends Ray Guarino and Chris Switzer. 90.3 FM, WHPC. You might learn something.
Yes, boys, thank you very much. We're going up to Detroit. Maybe we'll go and see Justin up in Michigan while we're there. I don't know, but great ending. Wind it down. Nothing like the Good Rats on a nice Sunday afternoon, is there? No, there's not. Yeah. All right, we're in the second half of the hour. Motor Mouth Radio. Chris Switzer, Ray Guarino doing our fundraiser. Telling you that 90.3 WHPC is a non-commercial, non-profit educational radio station. You know that because our paychecks are non-incremental.
Zero.
Right.
Exactly. Close your eyes. What do you see? Nothing.
I can't tell you how many people have asked me, how much do you make doing that show? I say, yeah, I make a ton.
Yep.
Well,
yeah, we make piles. That's what we make. We make a lot of piles.
And we've created them, yeah. So basically that means that we don't run advertisements, and therefore we rely on money provided by the college, which, of course, in this day and age, budgets have been cut everywhere. But listener donations is really the key to support our educational mission here on WHPC. So if you are so inclined, you can call the special number, talk to Mike or Ro at 516-572-7438. Or to call us here on the show, you can call 516-572-7440 or text us. Where?
You can text us at 203-670-4127. And if you remember correctly, back in 2016, and actually before that, I would go up to our previous program director, the illustrious Jim Green, and break his shoes unmercifully, telling him we should be playing educational grants on this radio station. And he would always give me grief over it and say, no, we don't want to do that. We don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to. And I remember towards my the last couple of months I was in the studio that we were able to break free and have meetings, and that started that whole ball rolling of playing educational grants on this radio station.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had a hand in kicking that door open, and knowing that from then it flowered and built its way up, and Sean Novat, our program director, took it and ran with it as well. And that's, to me, I actually feel very good about it. I like tooting my own horn every once in a while.
I'll tell you what, and anybody who knows you or has ever heard you knows that you'd be the one guy to kick a door open with your hand. It's absolutely, unequivocally true. So, but you can get a hold of us at 516-572-7440. I know my buddy Mark down in North Carolina, I spoke with him last night. He's a longtime listener, and I'm hoping he calls in because he's got a story that I want you to hear about his involvement with Motormouth Radio years ago.
Oh, okay.
Hopefully, Mark can call in and share that with us. But anybody else, you guys can call too and talk to us. Let's share your car information.
You know, we're talking about the warm weather that we just had. I was in the process of de-winterizing my vehicle one of those days, that 80-degree day we had.
You took the snow tires off.
I took the snow tires off, took the chains off the tires.
Yeah.
I was able to literally just pop the hood, throw the doors open, and just clear everything out, get the ice scraper out of the car.
You know
that alone is...
Which car are you talking about? Which car was
the
it?
Explorer.
So where do you put the ice scraper?
Oh, unfortunately, I am as irresponsible as they come. I just take the ice scraper, I just throw it in a passenger well right there. I throw it there.
I thought you took it out of the car. No, I mean, when you take it out of the car, where did you put it?
Oh, it gets hung up on a nail with the rest of them in the garage.
Because I can never find them when I need them in the winter. Like, where are those damn ice scrapers? Because
and I totally understand. Here's what I do, and I know you have no room to do this, so I know your garage is definitely off limits when it comes down to this bit of advice. But what I do is, if I need something and I don't know where it is, if I find it, I knock a nail in the wall in the garage and hang it up.
Okay.
So
see, right away, you have a wooden walled garage.
Right.
My garage is cinder block. And along one wall, I do have like a stringer because I have some wood. I have a plywood shelf with stuff on it. And under there, I do have some nails. But yeah, like you said, I'm very popular over there.
This doesn't pertain to your garage whatsoever. But mine, that's what I do. And I've come to realize that I have a nail full of junk, but at least you could stand back and look at it and go, all of my junk I could see.
Let's stand back and go to the phones and say, hi, caller, you're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, hey.
Glenn.
I had you on my headphones.
Okay. I have you on my headphones. What a coincidence.
I'm like, I can't hear these guys. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, who knows? Maybe they turned it off. I don't know.
Yeah, we just turned it off.
Yeah.
Turn it off. Put down those ice scrapers.
Yeah,
I know.
It's part of the ritual, Glenn. You got to take the ice scraper out.
No, again, so you might want them handy just in case.
That's where the shovels are.
Chris,
the
shovels in the front seat. Mine are under the back seat.
I keep the shovels by the back door.
Under the seat of I have the Explorer too.
Right. That's how you keep it.
The old car fleet. So I have a question for you.
Sure.
My 2009 Chevy, the Suburban.
Yeah.
I got a knock, check engine light. I think it's P0325 or 328.
Right.
I'll have to look at my pictures. But anyway, have you ever used a disabler, that active fuel management, or do you know of? What's your thoughts on that?
The disabler. No, I'm not 100% familiar with it, Glenn. What exactly does it do?
So that car has that fuel system that switches to V4 mode.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything sounds okay, but the car kind of goes into like a performance, like a limp mode. And I cleared the code and it came back. I'm like, great. Like, people say change the sensor. Okay, that's a little involved, but my argument is, what made the sensor?
Good point.
Yeah.
See, you are
right?
you're a diagnostician, yes.
Yeah, like something caused it to think or something's wrong. In the Valtrain world, let's say something is clicking or clank, whatever, just as it implies. It's a knock. It's something not proper.
Right.
So the truck has 100,000, just a little bit over. I'm thinking, well, maybe it's time to start doing a little more, let's say, digging into this. And I don't know. I don't want to take it all apart. Kind of want to approach it from a sensible standpoint. And that's where I came across this active fuel management disable device. It plugs into the OBD2 port.
Right.
Basically shuts that feature off.
Okay.
So I was just wondering if you heard anything about those, or
I have heard of them. I've never had any firsthand experience with them, though. But I'll ask some questions. I'll ask around to my my people. Glenn, I'm driving a 95 Camry, Glenn. What do I care about it? Fuel. I don't even. You know what? I switched cars. When my insurance went up $45. Like, why did it go up $45?
Well, that's Ray. Ray always has like another car just laying in wait. That one.
Hey, I found out the car went up $45 over the Mazda. It doesn't have ABS brakes.
Oh, no way.
I am now the brake control just like I used to be. I got no problem with that.
Glenn, just looking real fast, it says it's the engine control module is not receiving a proper signal from the sensor designed to detect abnormal combustion. While not directly a fuel system fault.
Interesting. This car is new to us, or it was new. I'm new. We bought it new.
Yeah.
I've never changed the plugs.
Okay.
I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
You mentioned detonation. I'm thinking, well, what if it's something spark related? What if it's something? It's like, hey, it's time to get under the hood and do a little maintenance.
Glenn, when I got my FJ, just like I'm doing with this Toyota, I didn't know, so I pulled the plug and I said, wow, the gap, which should have been, I think, 045, was about 080. I'm like, oh my God.
That's not good.
And there were three NGKs on one side of the engine, on the easy side, and the other side had the hard side had the original plugs in it.
Yeah, because you can't get to them.
You know what? The truck started right up. It drove without a hitch. It was smooth. I put the new plugs in. It still started right up. But when I would take off, I felt it like leap on me a little. Like, wow, boy, it likes those plugs. So yeah, you know what? Just something like they rate these things now at 100,000 miles. I've never left plugs in 100,000. I do them at like 50.
I did.
So yeah, but that's, case in point, now is a good time to change them. But don't have sticker shock when you go and buy those plugs and you see they may cost you $13-14 a pop if they're iridiums.
Oh yeah, it's that's like that high thread. I think it's I'm going to take one out to see it's OEM. But the point is, kind of want to stick with the OEM replacement.
Double check
I don't want to go and get.
Double check, even look in the owner's manual, double check and see what is supposed to be in there and see if that's what is in there.
And Glenn, also use a half-inch drive to get those plugs out, because it's going to be, you're going to have a joy.
Anything can go.
Right.
Get a breaker bar.
On the Explorer.
Right.
And they're no picnic on that 4.6.
No.
Right.
Liter, that V8.
Exactly.
They say that sometimes they break.
Yes.
And I did that one.
Actually, Mike had a Mustang with a 4.6, and he was doing the plugs one day, and he says, "Oh, you're gonna love this. I got the special tool." And I'm in one bay, he's in the next, and I heard this crack. I'm like, "Whoa, what the hell was that?" I'm like, "What did you do? What did you do?" He goes, "No, that's how you take them out. You put the tool in, you break them." I'm like, "What?"
Oh, great.
That's how it works.
No, I don't want to do that.
So he saved one. He goes, "Yeah, I saved one for you. You do it." I'm like, I'm almost afraid.
I'm hesitant. Like, what if
that's how you do it? No, that's how it worked. That's how you do it on that 4.6. Yeah.
Well, I got on the Ford. I got all of them out 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to get underneath this. I'll probably do it maybe tomorrow, and maybe I'll go over to our local lovely Calvin's over there.
Excellent.
Get what I need, or maybe I'll mail order it. I don't know. But problem is now I got the code there.
Yeah.
And do I drive it sparingly or?
I'll say this,
not
Glenn.
Drive at all?
As far as diagnostic goes, you always want to point to something specifically. But in this case, I don't think there's any problem with changing the plugs first, just as a service. Because again, this is like I was telling my wife, I'm doing all this stuff to the Toyota. It's a couple $100 in small parts and fluids.
Right.
I said, but now I know my baseline. Tranny is done, oil is done, brake is going to be totally flush. New plugs, new wires. Now I know where I go from there in my tenure of owning the car. So do the plugs without a doubt.
Yeah. I'm gonna do that and keep up with oil changes and basic maintenance. Right. And yes, I did do the strut rods on that rear hatch.
Yeah.
Cool. Good. Save the back of your head.
Right.
Yeah, it comes down, and next thing you know, you could really take an eye out. Or
so, Glenn, listen, I got to tell you, and certain people I'll tell this to. There's only 3 of you listening, but we're gonna do our cars and coffee again at the shop in Oceanside in 2 weeks on the 20th. That's next week. No, the 25th. Right, that's next week.
Yes.
Yes, next Saturday.
That's Saturday.
Cars and coffee at the shop in Oceanside. I'm not sure what the time, what Mike wants to do for time yet, but it'll be in the morning. So if you want to take that beauty of a Camaro out and cruise it on over,
I think I'm working. I'm scheduled to work.
Well, bring the work truck.
Work truck.
Yeah, bring the work. We don't care. Listen, we didn't say it was any specific kind of car with coffee.
Yeah. Just, big old. Dodge, bring it and park it right out in front. Put the blinkers on and safety cones.
Yeah, we're going to do that next week again. We did it a few years ago it was on a Sunday, and Mike wanted to revive it, and I said, listen, can we do it on a Saturday? Because now I'm free on Saturday. Sunday I still have the show, and I would actually go there in the morning. I'd have to leave, come do the show, then go back to the shop. So he said, yeah, sure, we'll do it on Saturday. So we're gonna do it in March, but the weather was not conducive. So we're going to start.
That cool wagon hanging out there, that big old Ford.
That's his thing? Ford. Yeah, exactly. That's his Ford with the headlights. Cool, or is it a Mercury? I forget. I think it's
a Mercury.
A Marquis. It's a Mercury Marquis. Yes.
Yeah.
Glenn, Glenn used to pilot one of those back in his college days.
Yeah, wrecked it.
In fact, you hit a deer with one of those, didn't you?
I have those pictures. I got to find them. In fact, my wife was talking about that this morning. She took a defensive driving class, and something came up with hitting wildlife. Well, I hit wildlife.
Yes, you did.
and that vehicle, here they are. I have them. They finally sorted out some pictures here in my garage.
Yeah.
It looked like a wrecking ball fell on top of this thing.
Yeah.
Really?
That'll do it.
Oh, yeah.
That must have been some deer you hit.
I'll send it to you via your text messenger there.
Yeah, if you want, I'll post a picture up on our weekly. Yeah,
but that vehicle was one neat vehicle with the wood grain. I think that was more of I don't know, maybe late 80s or 90s.
Right.
But it was a Mercury Marquis wagon.
Yeah. No, cool stuff. Cool stuff.
Could have just cut it all off and made it just like a complete convertible after I was done with it.
Well, all right. All right. Actually, you brought to my house the workbench that I have in my garage from the school here in that car. That's how we transported it.
Yeah, the big
the butcher block.
They had those giant, super thick wood tables. Those were awesome.
It's almost like a 2-inch thick butcher block that I have one in the garage, and I have the piece, the 12
nice
in the garage. Yeah, thanks to Glenn. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that wagon served its purpose. Too bad
Too bad you drove it. Yeah.
Just make sure you check the oil. Yeah, don't worry about checking the oil.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, carry on. I'll let you know what happens with these plugs. Hopefully I can solve this car.
All right, Glenn, thanks.
No problem. All right, we'll talk.
All right, thanks.
Good luck, Glenn.
All right, be like Glenn. Call us at 516-572-7440 or 572-7438 to make a donation, because we bought new promotional banners and other items to promote the station to new listeners like you, like at the Tobey show. We had done a live remote there. Joe and I did 2 years. We haven't done it since. It's a little tough for us to do, but you'll see us out with the and you'll see our signage and all of that. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Oh yeah. Okay, good. We have a Southern sojourn here. We'll go back to the phones and say hi, caller. You're on with the Motor Mouths.
Hey, what's up? It's Keith. How you doing?
There's Keith, our transplanted New York to Florida buddy.
Hey, Keith.
Keith plays with us in traffic on Thursday nights every week. Well, most weeks.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
What's happening?
No, I was listening, and you guys were talking about how you find your lost tools. So what I do is, like, if I'm looking for something and I look in this one spot, this one drawer, it's not there. I expected it to be there.
Right.
And then eventually I look through every single drawer in the toolbox and I find it.
Right.
I take that thing and I put it in that first drawer that I looked in.
Oh.
I must have thought I think it should have been here, so I put it there now.
That makes a lot of sense. Sure.
I tell a story how for many, many years in my garage, I had a 1/2-inch tapered reamer that came in a plastic, looked like a pocket protector, and I had it hanging on a pegboard. And then many years later, I was rearranging things, cleaning up. I said, that reamer should be with like the drill bits or the punches. It should be in with the things like the drills where you would use it. And that's where I put it. Then I went to use it again sometime later. I go to the pegboard. It's not there. I'm like, where the hell is that reamer? I couldn't find it. So like 6 months later when I found it, I had to put it away. Where did I put it? Back on the damn pegboard.
Where you looked at it in the first place.
Because I was so conditioned. But Chris, you have a theory about that, right?
Well, of course, if ever you lose something, you go look for something else.
And that works. It works.
Oh, then eventually you find it. Yeah.
Oh, Chris is so right. I have done that a couple of times. Forget the first thing you're looking for.
Right.
Look for something else, and you'll find the other thing.
You think it's ridiculous, but it works.
You look right over it. You just look right past it. Yeah.
Yeah. Go look for something else.
I had the story when I had this big crowbar, and crowbars they're usually like rust color or whatever by the time you just leave them out. And I was looking all over the place for the thing, and finally I just said, "Forget it." I bought another one. Like I lost it. I don't know where it is. I'm moving something around, and all of a sudden it bangs on the floor. I go, "Oh, there it is."
Dang. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, oh, there it is. So then I took like bright pink and some blue, and I sprayed it. And it was ready to go.
Nice.
I don't lose it anymore.
Yeah,
I love it.
Tip, Keith. Thanks for that. That's excellent.
Right. Now you got to put a nail in the side of the garage wall and just hang it up.
Yeah.
Just hang it up. No, I have it with all the other crowbars and my brand new one that I bought because I lost the other one.
Right.
And the brand new one's nice yellow.
Of course. Yeah, you bought a new one. Yeah. Yeah. No doubt.
Yeah.
Of course.
So I got two.
That's hysterical. No, it's the truth.
I'm working on a lawnmower. I'm not having a good time, but
okay. Yeah.
All
right.
Well. I took the whole the governor is shot and it was broke.
All right,
I take the whole thing apart and the cam comes out. The cam just fell right off the whole camshaft.
Sweet.
And then I'm putting it back together. I go, well, let me just take the camshaft and throw it back in. And I spun the crank a bunch of times, because I'm trying to figure stuff out, whatever. I just put the camshaft in there. I'm like, and I bet you that's supposed to be like lined up, timed in the correct spot and stuff.
All right. Yeah.
Oh boy.
All right, Keith. Yeah. I gotta. We're less than a minute. We got to end the show because we have to stop this one and start the next one. So I'm gonna have to cut your story short. And
no problem.
And we'll see you on Thursday night on Plain in Traffic.
Yep. Okay. Talk to you later.
Thanks for the call, Keith.
Good talking to you, Keith.
All right. Yes, we're gonna end a little early so we have a big reset to do here between shows. We will be on for another hour.
Yes.
For our yearly thing, and Dougie made a contribution to the station. Thank you, Dougie, very much. You're always a great supporter of ours in everything.
Thank you, Dougie.
In everything we do, even the stuff that people would think was maybe a little sketchy. Dougie's always got my back, so he's valuable for that. He's Dougie's one of those guys you can call. I don't know. He probably doesn't want to hear this, but you can call him like when you need to, which could be like maybe. Well, if he's like me, as a phone shut off at 2 a.m.
And I owe Dougie an apology for selling my tracker.
Yes. But if his phone was on, I'm sure he would come and rescue me and help me from where.
Oh, right.
At that time. So
yeah, sorry for jumping in the middle of your
right.
little story there. Sorry about that.
All right, so we'll be back with another hour of Motormouth Radio.
Yes.
Keep it where you got it, Chris. I'm going to kill the feed. I'm going to rejoin the meeting, and we'll be back. Keep it where you got it on 90.3 WHPC.
See you. Bye.
I'm not going anywhere.